Hi everyone! Hello! And welcome to Stories with Michelle, where books are magic. On today's episode, we are reading 3 books that are all about nature and celebrating being outside. The first book is called Hazel Hears the Earth. And this book is written by Zielinski, and it's illustrated by Brobst. And the second book we're going to read is called Grandpa Loved Wild Things, and this book is written by Rousu, and it's illustrated by Chaterine Piese. And we're also going to be reading A Good Day for a Hike, and this book is written by Congdon, and it's illustrated by Brennan. I can't wait to read these with you today. Ready, set, read! We are ready to get started with our first book. This one's called Hazel Hears the Earth, and it's written by Zielinski, and it's illustrated by Brobst. Can I tell you a story? Why, yes, Hazel. Please tell me a story. I'm going to tell you a story about the earth. I can hear the earth. The earth? But the earth doesn't talk. The earth talks with me. The earth is just dirt and rocks. No, no, no. The earth is much more than dirt and rocks. The earth is the ground, the rocks, the trees, the ferns, the leaves, and the flowers. The earth has a spirit, the earth has energy. The earth hums, the earth soothes, the earth calms. And I listen to the earth. How? I start by going outside to be with the earth. Sometimes I lie in the grass. Sometimes I sit under a tree. Sometimes I sit in the sand. I take a deep breath. I say, "Thank you, Earth, for being my friend." I close my eyes and I listen. What do you hear? Sometimes I hear the birds chirping, the trees swaying, and the squirrels playing. I feel the energy of the earth flow through my body, and I feel tingles. I feel calm. I feel soothed. I hear, "We love you, little one. Do not have fear. We are here." The ferns are waving, the trees are hugging, and the flowers are singing. I hear, "You are a child of the earth. You are part of us." I hear, "Our earth energy will help you grow and shine and flourish, just like the flowers." I feel full of life and joy. I take a deep breath. I hug the tree or pat the grass or wave to the forest. I say, "I love you too, Earth." Whoa, that sounds amazing, Hazel. Can I talk to the earth too? Of course. Just go outside, breathe, say thank you. Then listen, not only with your ears, but with your heart. And that's the end. We are ready for our next book. This one's called Grandpa Loved Wild Things. And this book is written by Rousu, and it's illustrated by Chaterine Piese. Grandpa Bill loved his grandchildren very much. What he loved most was showing them the world of wild things. When his grandchildren were little, he took them into the woods through the deep white snow to find a snowy owl. He pointed up into the tall tree at the small white ball of fluff and told them, "The snowy owl's wings are so heavy, they are the heaviest owl in North America." Grandpa Bill was trained to take care of injured wild things at his home. On one trip, Grandpa Bill took his grandchildren into the backyard where a large cage stood covered. His grandchildren never knew what would be in the covered cages when they arrived. As he approached the cage, the excitement grew. When he turned around, a large eagle stood perched on his arm. Did you know eagles can fly up to 10,000 feet high and up to 30 miles per hour? He gazed at the strength and beauty in the creature he held. He looked at his grandchildren, who stood next to the mighty eagle, which stood almost as tall as they were. On one special visit, Grandpa Bill came upstairs with another covered cage. "I have something very special to show you." His grandchildren stared at him, and he removed the cover to show a small gray animal with the cutest face they had ever seen. "This raccoon lost his mother, so he's staying with me for a little bit. His name is Climber. Look at his front and back paws. They look like our hands with 5 fingers that help them eat and grab things." One sunny summer day at the family cabin, Grandpa Bill took his grandchildren in a canoe to look at the ducks. They stopped to stare at the mallards. Did you know mallards are called dabbling ducks? Because they feed by floating on the water and tipping themselves forward, butts in the air, to grab plants as they float by. His granddaughter giggled and exclaimed, "I can do that." She threw her butt in the air like the duck, and Grandpa Bill quickly grabbed her before she went overboard. As his grandchildren got older, they spent less and less time with Grandpa Bill. One afternoon, they were sitting around the kitchen table when 2 cardinals landed on the bird feeder outside of the window. He gazed at his grandchildren, who were staring at their phones. Did you know male cardinals are the bright red color and females are brown with a little red? This helps protect females in the nest. They said, never looking up from their phones. Time passed quickly, and his grandchildren grew to have their own children. Then one day, Grandpa Bill joined the wild things he loved so much. His grandchildren stood with their children in Grandpa Bill's backyard as 2 cardinals landed on the bird feeder. They smiled looking at their children. Did you know that female cardinals are brown to blend into their nests? The youngest child smiled at her mom, eyes sparkling. Really? What else? Oh, Grandpa Bill taught me all sorts of neat things about birds that I will teach you too. Grandpa, even though you are no longer with us, we continue to tell the newest members of our family about your endless love of wild things. Amazing! And there's a spot here where you can draw your own pictures of wild things. And that's the end. We have one more book to read today about nature and being outside. This one's called A Good Day for a Hike. And this book is written by Congdon and it's illustrated by Cait Brennan. Hello, I'm off for a hike. But first, I pack my adventure bag and check my list twice. water, map, compass, flashlight, hat, pocket microscope, binoculars, first aid kit, field guide, extra clothes, snacks, more snacks. It's a good day for a hike when you prepare just right. At the trailhead, take a look at the map. Follow the blazes lining the path. I hike on a trail through the deciduous forest. Crossing bridges over marshes and streams. Listen, was that an owl's call? Hoo, hoo, hoo. I hike up a mountain on a leaf-covered path, enjoying the view when I reach the summit at the top. Look, I see a waterfall. I hike on sandy trails. I hike on rocky paths. I hike alongside valleys and canyons. I hike through flatlands surrounded by grass. It's a good day for a hike in any terrain. I hike in the rain, finding puddles to stomp, with an umbrella when it's raining cats and dogs. I hike when it's cold, my breath leads the way, creating a path, trudging through the snow. I hike in the sun, my shadow tagging along, splashing through creeks, cooling off in the heat. It's a good day for a hike when you dress right for the weather. Leaves, acorns, and pine cones to find, animal tracks to spot, birds to watch, nests to see. Listen, can you hear nature's sounds? Knock, knock, squeak, squeak, squawk, ribbit, chirp, 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 splish, splash. It's a good day for a hike with so much to discover. Daytime is a good time for taking a hike, but have you ever hiked in the moonlight? It's a good time for a hike when you bring a flashlight. I hike leaving only footprints behind. The number one rule of being a good hiker is leave nature the same way you found it. But my favorite hike of all is a hike with my friends. It's always a good day for a hike. And that is the end. Tell me, which is your favorite? Which hike do you like? And here is a nice glossary at the back. And that's the end. Remember to like if you love story time, subscribe so you never miss a story, and share with your favorite reading buddy. Thanks for watching. See you next time.